Alicia B from the all-new Morning Rollout, and we are back with another Detroit Culture Shifters. And this one was nominated by our girl Khadijah, and we gotta say hello to Lauren McGrier. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
We're going to be talking about a lot because you're a woman who does a lot of things. Not only are you a content creator, you're a mom, you're also the general manager of L Club. You got a busy weekend coming up. And you are also one of the co-founders for Girls in Sports. Mm-hmm. So we got lots of things to talk about. First of all, how are you doing? Do you feel like you are prepared for what you've got going on this weekend? Like, how are you feeling?
Well, we got an event this Saturday. Today we have Friday off. Saturday, I can't remember. I live for every 7 days, so I don't know anything past Saturday. I will reboot on Sunday.
I know that's right. I feel like you can only do so much, and that's probably a lot better for your mental sanity to 100%. Just compartmentalize. Okay, I know what I'm doing for the week. After that, don't ask me what I'm doing.
I only plan for the week ahead. Anything 2 months down, a couple little things sprinkled in, like I know, but like for the most part, because I have 200 events a year, week to week.
Exactly. Okay, so for people who don't understand the role of a GM, specifically for the club scene, what does that entail for you?
We make sure the business make money.
I know that's right.
At the end of the day, but we're making sure that all parts move accordingly. So handling your accounting, handling your beverage, handling your production, security, and all of the people in between. We lead people that assist in leading the business. And then we're that middleman between the employees and the owners.
Right.
So we're that voice on both ends. And then outside of that, as one of my biggest responsibilities as a general manager at a nightclub is making sure that everybody is safe. Mm-hmm. So that is, again, the employees as well as the guests that are coming in to have a good time that night, that morning, whatever time they come in. I got to make sure that they are safe. So that's following city and state guidelines. That's making sure that my alarms are up to code. That's making sure the building is not falling apart, because there are, I want to say, annual inspections, and they just make sure they come around and make sure that nothing is broken,
right,
and that we are following things up to code. So I'm just that person that just, you balance a lot, mm-hmm. But that's just the number one priority, in making sure that people can have fun.
Right.
But
a safe fun.
Yeah, 100%.
Just with the amount that you just shared for one job that you have, girl, I give you nothing but props. I understand why sometimes you're just like, a week is all I got mentally right now.
Because you gotta keep up with all these building standards while having an event every day, and making sure you have inventory, and making sure that you got marketing, and making sure your
hands in a lot of pots, and it has to be top tier, essentially, because if one thing fails, that's a lot of other things that go down too. And I think a lot of times when people go to L Club or any nightclub, they're not really understanding what goes into how they can essentially not think about what they're going through. And a lot of times people have those, dare I say, interesting moments when they're like, why are they telling me this? Or why can't I smoke? Why can't I do all this? And I feel like there's a reason why.
There are laws. There are laws that mandate your fun.
Yeah.
There are laws that mandate your fun. You cannot smoke in any public, you cannot smoke weed or tobacco in any public establishment because it's illegal. Primarily weed, you can't smoke in an establishment unless the establishment has a license that allows you to smoke marijuana. But if a place has a liquor license, you cannot commingle the two. So when a police officer comes in and they smell weed, or they see somebody passing a blunt, which people, anywho, they try to get away with it, you cannot. They will shut my event down. They will shut the club down.
And that falls on your head.
I get the ticket. I got to pay it. I got to go to court.
We ain't got time for that. I understand you want to have fun, but there are rules and regulations that we have to abide by.
There are rules that mandate your fun. And then another one, a big one that I get complaints about is like re-entry. And people are like, oh, well, this ain't no Little Caesars Arena. This ain't no. You can't re-enter because it's a liability. I cannot allow you to go to your car and grab a smoke. I can't allow you to, or not to say you might be doing these things,
right.
but it's just a liability once I let you out of the building to come back in.
Anything could happen.
So say you go to your car and you get high. Say you go to your car and you get drunk. If something happens, once you leave my club, they coming back for me. Why was this person drunk leaving your establishment? Why did you overpour them? Why did you overserve them? They got into an accident. They killed somebody.
Yeah, that's real.
Now it's your fault. No.
Where'd you come from?
That's why you can't re-enter. You can't re-enter because it's a liability. So those are the two things that like we get mess about, and it's just like at the end of the day, I have to mandate. I have to mandate the fun. Like we just have to, so that one, I have a place of employment, and the 20, 30 people behind me also have a place of employment. If we don't follow those rules, they can close my business.
I just wanted you to share that real quick, because I feel like a lot of people just don't understand that.
No, they don't.
But let's take it further back into who Lauren is. What got you into the entertainment music industry as a whole? Because I know that you've done more than just obviously the GM, because Twerks and Tequila has been a thing that people definitely have been talking about. But I know that you've done other things within the industry. So how did you get into entertainment in general?
Well, that's a long one. That's a winded one. We got time?
Yeah, we got time.
Okay, so I actually just talked about this on my YouTube. Okay. Ooh. I talked about why I work in music, why I work in entertainment. It's really because throughout my adolescence, my mom and my parents in general just kept me around the arts. My mom took me to this festival, and I can't tell you what festival it was, but they were doing like this presentation about how everything is sound and you can make music out of anything. They called my little, 4 or 5 year old tell up there to help make music with them. And I was up there having a ball. I can vividly remember this. I was having a ball. Once I got home that day, I'm still at home. Like, oh yeah. And a year or two later, my mom put me in a performing arts school. I went from a Catholic school to a performing arts school.
That's a crazy shift.
So, yeah. So, I went to performing arts school, and there they taught us violin, cello, vocal, visual art, drama, all of the good stuff. And all of our teachers were the cream of the crop people. Like, they were people that toured, that had these awards, that went to fine schools to learn their craft, and they came back to an inner city school and taught this stuff to children.
That's amazing.
So, from 2nd to 12th grade, I'm amongst these people who are teaching us the way about their life and entertainment and the arts and all this good stuff. And I just so naturally had a draw to orchestra. And so I went from playing the violin for a couple of years to playing the cello. I played the cello from middle school to high school. And by high school, I was getting paid. I was teaching at Wayne State in high school. I was teaching at Wayne State little kids how to play the violin, and I would get paid for like weddings and church gigs and whatever. I was making money.
That's right. Come on, hustler.
Yeah, I was making money off music. So when it was time to graduate, for whatever reason, I decided to I wanted to become a doctor. And when I went to Michigan State and I walked past a blood bank, I was like, oh no, this is not for me. So I had a phone call with a friend who parents were big gospel people. And so they knew the industry since they were a child, and they were able to kind of tell me like, yeah, it sounds like you want to go into management, but you can also explore all these other things. Like once you get in entertainment, you can kind of
move around.
Yeah, you can move and shake how you want to. So I was like, yo, like, okay, I'm in college. What do I study? And he was like, you don't really have to study anything because nobody in the music industry or entertainment industry really has degrees.
Not really.
So I was like, okay, well, I'll be an advantage for me. I have a degree. So eventually I settled on advertisement. And from there, I don't know, my senior year of college, I started managing an artist named Early Mac with a team of other people. And then I did that. I worked with Earl and Joe from my senior year of college. It was a nice little minute.
Wow.
And then Earl decided to kind of go the writer route. And I don't know, there was no room for me there.
Right.
And I took a second I was like, okay, I'm ready to make some real money. And so I worked a little job here and there. I managed a hair company for 5 seconds. And I was like, I want to get back into entertainment. So I quit the hair company. I was working at Target. That wasn't nothing for me. So I started to take odd jobs, and I started to kind of like help people with their events. Mm-hmm. And it kind of became like me managing their events. And then I was like, I could do this better. And I started twerking tequila.
Oh, that's right. And you did it better.
And I did. Twerking tequila was, I thought I was going to be one and done. And for those who don't know, twerking tequila is my spin at a women's empowerment event. It's just a party where women shake ass. Where they're allowed to shake ass freely. And my goal is for it to be fun and not in a sexual way, because twerking isn't sexual, but because black women do it, it's a sexual thing.
Right.
But that's another topic for another day. So I started twerking tequila. It was supposed to be this one and done thing. And after the first twerking tequila, one, is sold out. It was crazy. They had to shut Werner down. And I just remember like that next day, like having this very euphoric feeling within myself. And I was like, oh, I have to do this again. And here we are, 8 years.
I know that's right.
8 years later. We took a break last year because mommying and trying to keep up with all the things was definitely taking a toll on me. And like I said, people got a problem with black women shaking their ass, so it's very, very hard for me to garner sponsorships and stuff like that, because, you know, they don't want black women to have a good time.
Which is ridiculous.
So I just got tired of the rejection, and I just had to just focus on myself for a second. But twerking tequila is coming back. But all in all, that's how me working in entertainment came about. Like, it just was one thing after another. I tried PR, I tried artist management, I landed on event production and curation for a nice little minute, and then my relationships with venues got me to the point where somebody was like, hey, L Club needs a general manager. I know you don't do this, but like, can you do it? And this was 2020, and I was like, okay,
why not?
And then like when they called me, they was just like, here's what the job entails, can you do it? And I'm like, well, you don't even know anything about me. But they gave me the job, and here I am 5 years later, still managing the place and
getting it done.
I
feel like that, just your story in general, is just a reminder that you can dibble and dabble in a lot of things and end up in a job that kind of formulates everything into one. Yep. I think that throughout your journey, like you just said, PR, from managing an artist, you know how to communicate with artists when you need to bring them into the club. You know how to publicize the club and how to make the marketing work. And then also just your ability to talk to different people through different spaces. You're able to not only, you know, use that for your employees, but also, again, the outside world and how to communicate with them.
Yep.
So what does it take to really cultivate and create the experience that you do? And I know that that's mostly your team, but like, how do you facilitate making sure that L Club is authentically Detroit, but also, you know, branching off to other things? 'Cause I think that what makes L Club so special is that you guys talk about the, I don't want to say underground, but the people who are just about to blow. So what's that experience, and how do you create that?
You got to have a team of people that keep their ear to the street. And it's a lot of music venues that are just so corporate. Like, it's being bought out by these corporate entities, and it's like, y'all are only caring about corporate shit. And it's like, that fosters to a decent community, but it doesn't foster to every community.
Yeah.
And fun is one of those things that needs to be offered to every demographic. And not every demographic is into the corporate ass shit.
Yeah.
Sorry. So again, I just have a team of people that outside of me just have their ear to the street. They want to bring stuff to the club, and we don't have a problem. As long as you follow, you know, there are rules.
Right.
There are rules. If you follow these rules, you know, if you are honest about the work that you do, then we can make it work. So, and then again, it's definitely a risk. Like, not every local show or regional person that we might have in the club is going to be, I guess, profitable or successful, but that's not always the point. The point of us is making sure that we get the things in there to influence you that this is cool, this about to be cooler.
Right.
You was on the bandwagon before everybody else.
Right.
Like, I'm working with somebody now who I want to bring here, and they're based out of New York, and I'm like, I don't know, we got to figure it out. You expensive, I don't know. But I have my ear to the street.
Right.
People got stuff going on in New York. I want to bring it to Detroit. Stuff going on in Ohio. You just got to keep your ear to the street. And then when you work in events in this magnitude where it's primarily concerts, you have to understand that not everything is going to be a win. Not everything is going to be a win. So we have to, again, we're people that influence the masses. Our little small stage will influence the masses.
Right.
So we have to make sure that we're doing things that are influential. And so we have to take those risks. Right. We have to put in a stuff that may not be the big win for the night, but we did it.
Exactly.
And a year later, they come back and they sold out. That happened with Skilla Baby.
For real?
That happened with Skilla Baby. 2021.
Oh, I wouldn't have thought about that.
2021, Skilla had a show at L Club. Maybe 50 people.
Oh, wow.
I'm a pull up the numbers. Skilla Baby had a show at L Club, maybe 50 people. A year later, in 2022, I was pregnant. I remember he sold out.
Wow.
You got to be on the bandwagon before everybody else. That's the point.
And they may not get it, but you see it.
Yeah, that's the point. So that's the point of L Club. That's the point of our room. We're here to influence people, influence the arts. So not everything is going to be a hit the first year, but that second year they come back sold out. That's the risk you take.
I know that's right. And speaking of risk, I think that even outside of the entertainment industry, I think that just the idea of taking a risk and what you're saying is very poignant. So when those moments happen and you're like, oh, okay, that wasn't exactly the response or the hit that I want, what do you do? Or what do you take on so that you're not, still stuck in that place? You're obviously accepting what happened, but you're not dwelling in what happened, if that makes sense.
I think because I've been around for so long, you just get it.
Yeah.
It's like I got to move on to the next show. Again, I do 200 shows a year for the club.
Right.
And then I might have 50 side gigs outside of that. Like, that's 250 shows out of 365 days a year. I got time. I'm going to look at them numbers and say, okay, maybe not again. And I got to move on. Like, I don't have a heartfelt attachment to everything that doesn't do well. But again, everything, for the most part, most of the stuff I do does well. If there, so.
But speaking of the other side hustles that you have and side things that you do, I wouldn't consider this a side, but Girls in Sports is you and Khadijah's baby.
It is.
So can you explain what Girls in Sports is? Because I think that the girls, especially right now with the way that U.S. hockey came in and swole, and the fact that we're getting
and we had a black woman on that team.
Exactly. And that the fact that she's the first to ever play and then to medal.
Yeah.
So I just feel like we're in a renaissance or an insurgence, if you will. So can you explain what you and Khadijah are doing with Girls in Sports?
So Girls in Sports is basically a community for women who either like sports or women who are interested in getting into sports. As I say all the time, Khadijah is the sports and I am the girls. Okay. Khadijah knows all these teams, their points, what the technical this. I can't tell you any of that. I can tell you who Stephon Diggs is because he dated Cardi B.
I know that's right.
I'm just a girl. Again, okay? But we host watch nights. We will occasionally go to some games. For the most part, most of our events have been free because fun should be affordable. Mm-hmm. So even in community building, fun should be affordable. So we just make it as affordable as possible. Now, when we get to this restaurant, you can go get your own food.
Right.
Okay. Or if we get it sponsored, we get it sponsored. We have had some situations where food has been sponsored, drink has been sponsored, or the full experience has been sponsored. So, and it's only been a year. We've only been doing Girls in Sports for a year and a half maybe. But we've hosted boxing watch nights, and one of our first ones, we had a suite at LCA to see Clarissa Shields fight. We just hosted another one at Salt and Cold, which was in Southfield, and she won again.
Okay. I don't know why people was doubting her.
I don't know. She's 2-time gold medal.
Has she ever
boxer.
Lost?
No.
I don't think she has.
She hasn't lost any of her matches.
Right.
No.
Okay. Clarissa is a beast.
And people be talking about how she crazy. She crazy and she keep. Did y'all watch that game? Did you see that game? She did all 10 rounds. Now the lady she was fighting was putting them up too. Mm-hmm. But TT got tired. Mm-hmm. The one thing I took away from watching that match, I'm not supposed to say game. I be wanting to say game. The one thing I took away from watching that match is Clarissa every round She's ready. She's ready.
Whatever she does before.
You are getting punched in your face, punched in your body. You moving around the ring, and you got energy. An hour later, what kind of endurance training do I got to do?
Okay.
Because
and I'm not saying this to be rude, so don't take this out of context, but you have to be delusional. And she kind of gives me that.
She might be a little bit.
You got to be a little crazy to make it work, because you're like you said.
But like she said, I can fight.
Okay.
She can fight.
And if you want to say something about it, let's get into the ring fight. And let's handle business.
She said I can fight. and she can. Mm-hmm. I see it.
I see
but it. That really motivated. I don't know why seeing her like not tired motivated me so much, because I'm doing events every other day. Mm-hmm. I gotta get up. I gotta come home at midnight, be up at 5, get a kid ready for school. Then I go straight to the gym.
Wow.
And I'm off for a couple hours. But I wanna look that delusional.
Okay.
When I'm running around at an event, people, you good? You need? No, I got it.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I got the endurance. That's why, and so I'm like, well, let me get more endurance.
Okay. Whatever she's on, I want some.
Okay. She be working out and eating good.
Okay.
So yeah.
What has been like your favorite part about making these experiences for girls, whether they know sports or not?
Just building community. Like I said, I don't know nothing about this stuff, but I get around a whole bunch of girls that do. Mm-hmm. And sometimes when you go to like sporting events and it's all this, it can be intimidating, because I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's happening.
You can even ask questions.
Yeah, you get to ask the girls questions. People be saying all these technical words, and right in front of Khadijah or right in front of everybody, Khadijah, what that mean? I don't know. Oops, sorry. I don't know what that mean. Like, and she'll tell me, and now I got a better understanding of this stuff. Or like, that's it. Like, you said what was the most beneficial? What else? And just bringing people. I like bringing people together. So if that's for sports, if that's for dancing, if that's for concerts, then I think I'm just fulfilling part of my life's purpose.
Yeah.
So as long as I got
You're
people,
a connector of fun.
Yeah.
I like that.
I help build positive memories. That's what I feel like I'm gonna say. I got people who have met us working tequila that have been together for years, ready to marry. You know, I help somebody meet their wife. I help somebody meet a business partner, because the girls that come to Twerking Tequila got shit going on.
Okay.
And it's girls that are interested in figuring out how to get shit going on, and then they meet this businesswoman that got shit going on. Now, here's a new work relationship. You know?
I love that.
So it's just my responsibility. It's my what's that word people be saying?
Your calling?
It's just the role that God gave me.
I know that's right.
God gave me, again, he wanted me to bring people, or he or she wanted me to bring people together, wanted it to be positive, wanted it to be memorable, and I'm doing the work. And it don't, like, I can't, like, of course I want to make $50 million off the work that I do. Mm-hmm. But I can't. I'm so happy where I'm at that it's so hard for me to go anywhere else that's offering more, or it's like, no, like, I get to help emerge artists. I get to bring people in a room who have never performed before, and they got this hit out now, and you know, or I get to bring a person out who's been sitting at home for a couple months depressed, and they came to a party and they had the best time of their life. Or maybe only 5 people came to a party that I had, but again, they still had the time of their life. Like that's important, because everything is so serious. Yeah. And fun is supposed to be lighthearted and joyful. And there's not enough of that in the world. So if I can assist in that some kind of way, amazing.
I feel like that's what Detroit needs right now. I feel like we're so serious right now, and I understand that, like, we need to be.
Yeah,
there's a lot of things that need to get handled for sure, but where is those places where we could just, like, okay, breathe. Like, let me have fun for at least a few hours. My goodness. Like, it can't just all be work, business all day.
I mean, but they not wrong. You got an economy where all of us were so, go to college and life will be fruitful for you, and then we get out of college and can't get no job because the wealthy is hoarding the wealth. And it's like, well, what happened? Like, I went and got these degrees. I went and got all these credentials, and I can't get a job. That's why people is just kind of like not good.
Right. Y'all said that this was the path, and this is clearly
not
the path.
And this is not right. And then hell, you got a majority of black women are the highest educated demographic of people in
and we're the ones getting fired
and the ones getting fired and let go. We're overqualified and underpaid.
Okay. Are you one of the few GMs, do you know, that is a black woman? Like, do you happen to know that statistic?
In a concert space?
Yeah.
I've never met one. Don't know of any.
I know that's right. If there are ones, we respect you for sure.
Yeah,
but we just don't know you at this point.
And I even tried to like Google it, but I don't know.
I can only imagine that you sitting in the positions that you're sitting are inspiring other people, not only in the entertainment business, but just as black women and people. So how do you move throughout your life knowing that people are looking towards you not only as a leader, but as someone who they admire?
Well, I'm very thankful that they admire me. But I mean, I want you to admire yourself. Admiring yourself is what's going to help get you to the next step. If that person don't want to give you the job, admire yourself to put the energy into yourself. And that's honestly what I did. I kept putting the energy into myself. Okay, this didn't work out. I'm going to go, okay, I believe in myself. I'm going to throw a party.
Yeah.
Never had thrown a party in my life. That's just what keeps happening. I keep believing in myself and I keep doing these things.
So you already got that Clarissa delusion in you, girl.
That's why I just need the endurance. I need the same kind of endurance as her. But I don't know. Did I answer your question?
No, you did. You did. And with all of that, you're still doing even more things. Because we haven't even talked about the YouTube that you just nicely just threw in there real quick. Because Connect with Lo is a whole thing.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you got that video out, girl. So does that mean we back your business?
We are. We're trying to be. I'm vlogging right now.
Yeah.
The goal is to do once a week, as long as I can. If that endurance is there,
right.
I'm really doing my best because I believe that I have a unique story to share. And I'm sharing all parts of it, when it's good, when it's bad, when I get baby mama, when I have a baby in the midst of trying to figure out a career, and I'm still doing that career with that baby.
I know that's right.
And like, I think that so many of us, we have influence that like life is this linear path, and that is perfect, and it's not. And I really hope that the people, the 573 people that are subscribed to my YouTube channel are really picking up that I'm showing you the good, the bad, the ugly, and my in my journey to this $50 million income that I want to have.
I feel like that's essentially what people did with Doechii. Like before Doechii was popping, she did that entire documentation of her artist way.
Yep.
And like that made her really popular. So,
but she admired herself.
Correct.
She admired her. You got to be delusional about you. And as an only child, I do have siblings, but in my household, I was an only child, and so that it's just a little natural that I'm self-absorbed. Yeah. Okay. So
you got to be a little bit.
Yeah, but you got to believe in yourself, even when people say it's not doable. When the statistics say this and that, blah blah blah. Believe in yourself, because the world will move mountains for you. Literally, I've seen crazy stuff work for me. I went to college and I had a horrible ACT score, and I graduated. Like, I was self-absorbed. I believed in myself. I didn't care about no exam. So.
Because you have to, because who else is going to believe in you if not yourself? No one is going to invest in you if you are not investing in yourself. Yep. Like, that doesn't make any sense. You're asking for other people to believe in you and you don't believe in yourself? That's crazy.
Be delusional about you.
So you have your hands in a lot of different pockets. And I feel like there's probably some other things you want to dibble and dabble in. Is there any other, like, ventures or goals or things that you just would love to see happen in Detroit, whether you are the one to do them or not?
I think our music scene is in a really, really good space right now. Coming from what it used to be to now, it's amazing. Like, we have so many people that are blowing up, that are signed. And so that's amazing to see, when nobody even cared about Detroit music. I'll say 6 years ago, nobody cared, and now it's like that thing. So that's beautiful to see. I would love to see even more community. I would love to see. We're still, Detroiters are, especially if you're in the entertainment scene, it's very dog eat dog. Like, nobody is trying to share the wealth. Yeah, and it's like, you got to. That's what wealth is. Because if you're sharing the wealth, there'll be more wealth for you. an additional wealth for that person. So share it. So I would like to see more of that.
More collaboration within
more
collaboration,
that space. More just community, more fun. We ain't gotta be so serious. We are. I mean, our life do depend on this,
right?
And that's serious, but
you can still have fun at the same time. Two things can be true.
Yep. So
I love that.
Just bigger community, bigger resources, and people need to give to Detroit. When I say people, I mean large corporations, because we are the influencers.
Okay. I was literally just talking to Jalen Rose about this the other day, where he was talking about how Detroit has like influenced fashion and talk and how the industry moves.
We
and
are the
they
swag.
don't get the recognition.
Do you see black women in Detroit? Everybody is calling them cashed out curls.
Oh my God, there's literally a wig on TikTok that is
cashed out or Detroit curls.
Right, the Detroit layered wigs.
Effing for real. We are the beauty capital. We was a beauty capital before the internet.
Right.
Come on. Then you got nobody want to call us a fashion hub. We invented the soulful music. We are the culture sifters. And it's like a R&B record or nothing don't pop until we say so. Okay. Until we put our little two-step on it. Until what's the little hustle we be doing?
And now everybody lit. Everybody turns up.
Like we really the ones. And I just think that the money needs to follow the way it should. It's like they sprinkle in a little money here and there. Now give us the big dollars like you give LA, like you give Chicago to do these massive experiences. It's people here that can do the same shit.
If not better.
Give it to us. We want it. We want it.
Now.
Okay? Y'all want it. Everybody come here and they want to do this cool stuff. But it's like they do this cool stuff and then they be gone. Like
exactly.
No,
they never come back.
Give that curator that person who helps you, give them a spot in your offices.
Right.
So they can do that worldwide.
Exactly.
So little stuff like that.
No, I completely agree, and I feel like other people who are watching this agree too. But are you ready to play a little quick rapid fire? A little this or that?
Okay.
Okay. Are you more behind the scenes or are you in the front of the house? Where are you most comfortable?
I love to be behind the scenes, but God tells me I have to be in front of the scenes now.
You got to do what God said.
Yeah. But I love it. I'm at my core, I'm kind of shy. And that's why I never pursued music the way I should have. Because I didn't want to get on stage, and
no, but that's real though.
I didn't want to. I was shy, and I still be shy. Like I don't want to public speak. Like this
but you're doing great.
This is nice, it's 1-on-1. But like a whole bunch of people, oh my God, my heart like will make me shut up. Like so, I'm very much a prefer behind the scenes, but God is like get out there. So
challenging you to push yourself. I like that. Okay, this might be hard, but twerk or tequila or a packed out night at L Club.
Twerking tequila.
Period. She said it wasn't hard at all, actually.
No. I mean, L Club is nice. That's both are my babies. But Twerking Tequila is born at L Club.
Right.
Shit. So, but Twerking Tequila is first. And even when I got my job, I said, hey, I have a business.
Okay. And y'all need to understand that.
And they said, okay.
And we need more people to understand that, because I can still have my own thing while still accommodating for you. I shouldn't have to give up one for the other.
And they said okay, because I said I wasn't stopping.
I know that's right. What's your favorite night out of the week in Detroit?
Maybe a Friday night.
Okay.
Because on Saturday, I want to be very slow. If I don't got nothing to do, I want it to be a very, very slow day. I want to like get up without an alarm and go make me and the kid breakfast or go out for breakfast. I love me a little breakfast date.
I love a brunch. I need the DC experience brunch to come up here. That's what I really need.
And every time I go to DC, I always leave on a Sunday and I miss it. But I hear that it's like, why are you leaving on Sunday? How are you gonna miss brunch? Like
when I go back home, come back with me.
You from DC?
Yes, girl.
I'll
take you to the spots, and then we need to bring it here. We need to infuse it.
No, I tried to do a brunch, but brunches here to do them, they kind of expensive. Yeah, and again, don't nobody want to give me no money, and I'll be working out of pocket. My pocket's only so big.
They don't want us to have fun. I promise you, it'll be a time.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Mom life or nightlife?
Mom life. I go out. I'm not a go out just to go out person. I go out to study. I go out to understand. Right. I'm not fun out. If you take me out for a night out, I'm gonna be the most boringest friend you can ever experience. Like, and I know that about myself. It is my truth. Like I do the fun, but I am not the fun. Coaches don't play. Okay, so I'm there to observe the DJ, observe the space, observe the sound, they ingress, how they taking people in. I'm here to study all of that and to take that back in my mind and to figure out how to make sure that I'm just seeing what you're doing to maybe make what I got going on better. But I'm not a night out girl.
I feel like I'm the same way. Obviously, I'm not running L Club or anything, but I feel like whenever I go to concerts or I go to like different events, I'm always looking at the host and the artist, thinking, okay, well,
that's what you did.
That sound isn't all the way there. Oh, that DJ transition was not heat. But like, okay, cool. Like, I feel like I'm so critical when everyone else is trying to be fun. But it's just what I do. It's my job.
Look, if I go out of town with people and they be wanting to go to the club, I'd be like, I'm here for the vacation, but when y'all go out, I would be in the room.
Okay.
Because it feel like work to me. Like
exactly.
If I'm in the mood to study what they got going on in Brazil that night, all right, but like
that doesn't sound like fun vacation to me. That's more work.
It's gonna feel like work no matter. No.
And I don't think people understand that, but I'm glad that you and I understand, because I always feel like people don't get me when I'm like, I don't want to go outside with y'all like that. Y'all know that's my job, right? Like, I be outside from 9 to 5.
That feels like work. That feels like work. I'm not going to the club with you unless I'm just here to see what's going on. But I don't really want to go to the club, sister.
Exactly. So. And you have to be okay with that, because regardless, it's not going down.
Yep.
And last one I got for you: one rule every guest should follow at any good event.
Have a good time. Just have a good time. Don't have all these thoughts about what's going on. Like, focus on what you got going on. People be going to the clubs looking at. Stop looking. Hear that music. Shake your ass. Bob your head. Get a drink. Mind your business.
Because I'm sick of the wallflowers. Because what are you there standing looking for?
But listen, at this point, we can say we sick of the wallflowers, but it's not. I'm not gonna say it's a DJ's fault, but it's the music's fault.
That is
music
true.
Has not evolved
to
make people dance.
Yeah.
We think about it right now. We go into the club, they playing the shit that we played in 2005, 2006.
Yeah, to turn people up, because that's the only music.
That's the only music. The music that's coming out now is fucking depressing.
Yeah.
It's not fun. It does not, and this is not to be shade. It's just like it's music for what it is, but it is not music created to
get people moving, and it's not for everyone to move.
Yeah,
maybe it's for a small pocket, but not generational.
We talking about Blixen.
Yeah,
like, bro, I want to like.
Your
move.
granny not gonna turn up to that.
Yeah, I want to.
Your mama not gonna turn up to that.
And so when you go to the club right now, all the music is old.
Yeah.
And it's not the DJ fault. And like, we can go to places where they play world music and blend that with hip hop sounds and all that good stuff, and that is nice.
Right.
But hip hop and rap has not evolved to a place that makes people want to dance. Unfortunately.
And if you're not going to those world musics or those house musics or where they're blending that, you're not going to experience that.
You're not going to experience it. You're gonna go to a club where it's the ghetto gospels, and it's gonna be a whole bunch of people standing around because it's just not music created to make people dance.
We need music to move to.
It's music to make people stunt. Like,
yeah.
And or like play. I can stunt, but I wanna move.
Right.
And I'm not a dancer, but I wanna.
There are just songs that everyone will immediately be like, oh, and that's what I need again.
Back that thing up. Came out in the 90s.
Still running the streets.
Still
to this day.
Like,
Juvie is always in somebody's household or somebody event being played.
That's what I'm saying. So music just has to evolve in a different way, and now is the time. Make people dance.
Please. Well, Lauren, I appreciate you for being here, but we can't end off without you nominating the next Detroit culture shifter. So clearly you are shifting the culture, so much so that you got nominated yourself. So who is someone that you think is changing the culture and shifting it in the right direction here in Detroit?
My best friend, Giovanni Foster. She is not a public person, but she is from Detroit. But she is a assistant principal in the Allen Park school districts for like high school students.
Yeah.
And the only black woman in the district.
I know that's right.
And she need to share her story more.
We gonna be talking to her soon. Giovanni, I'm gonna call you.
She needs to. make it wire. I'm gonna figure it out fire.
And then share your socials so that we can follow you and stay up to date with what you've got going on, and of course what L Club's got going on too.
So my socials are Connect Below, CONNECTWITHLO. That's on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. They might have some underscores up in there, but just
but
search,
you'll find her.
This search Connect Below, and then there's Twerk X Tequila, TWERK X Tequila, however you spell that. On also Instagram and TikTok, and yeah, L Club. That's my baby too. L Club, Instagram, TikTok. Yeah, and our website is lclubdetroit.com, so you can check out all of our shows. Girls in Sports is grls.sports. And yeah, that's all of the things.
The Jane of all trades. Give it up for Lauren McGrier. Thank you, Lauren.
Mm-hmm.